Yesterday, we spoken about this electrical circuit. So electrical circuit is made up of there are different components. That is the first component is there. We know the conducting wire is there. Then electric cell means we are seeing that battery. This is the key. Plug key. We can on or off the that key or button. We can say it. Then resistance. Resistor is used to resist the current. This voltmeter. This voltmeter is used to measure the voltage, how much voltage is present between in these two ends, and ammeter, which is used to measuring the current between it. Okay, so now this electrical circuit, yesterday we seen how it works. One more thing we have to see this about this when there are two definitions are given. First one is their electric circuit, and second one is their electric circuit diagram. A continuous path of an electric current through conducting wires connected to the two ends of a cell and other resistance is called an electric circuit. Means continuous path of the electric current through a conducting wire. This is your conducting wire. And it's connected to an electrical cell and one to resistance. Okay, resistor. So this is called an electrical circuit. And what is the circuit diagram? These, whatever they use the components, it's shown by the symbols. The components which is used in the circuit that's shown by the different symbols, that's called the electric circuit diagram. So here you will see this is a suppose ammeter, we are writing like this ammeter, and voltmeter we are writing like this symbol. Okay, this electric cell, this symbol as it is, this plug is symbol as it is. Okay, so like these symbols we are using, and with the help of symbols when we are showing any diagram, that is called the electrical circuit diagram. It's called the electric circuit diagram. So ammeter is used to measure the current, voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference. Okay, and now observe this. You have to observe it. Now point out the mistakes in the figure above. What is the mistake in this figure? Can you tell me? From this first figure, you will see this battery or cell is connected to this key. Through key also we can connect because metal is also good conductor of electricity and heat. But here this is not connected, and due to this is not disconnected. So then also bulb is glowing here lighten. So it's their mistake. In second, if you see their negative connecting wire is not joined here, negative side. Then also bulb is lighting. This is a mistake here. And here whole circuit is completed, but bulb is not lighting. This is a big mistake. And in this, if you see a piece of rubber is attached between it, and we know very well, rubber is the bad conductor of heat and electricity, or we can say it is a bad conductor as well as it's an insulator. Okay, it's a insulator. So due to that reason, these all four figures have there some mistakes. Now we have to see this A, B, C, D, E, these figures, and from this we have to find there some observations we will get here. So first figure, if you observe here, what you will get, can you tell me? Samruddhi, Simpi.
Yes, sir. In first figure, the wires are connected properly and the bulb is lightened.
Very good. Then next one, Riddhi Rajput.
Yes, sir. In the second figure, we can see the uh, purple wire is not joined properly, so the bulb is not glowing.
Very good. Then from boys, Mesh Tamboli or Pius Thorat. Sanskriti Jadhav, Shreya Wagode, can you tell?
Yes, sir. In the third figure, the first wire means red and green. It is not means they both are not properly connected. So the bulb is not lightened properly. Means it is not lightened.
Very nice. Ishita Vadane, what is in fourth figure, D figure?
In the fourth figure, the we can say that purple wire is connected to the first point, where the red and green wire is already connected. So the light is not,
Very
means
good.
the bulb is not lighted.
Very good. Then Mahale, Ashish, can you tell? More Chaitanya, Aditya Moiti. Yes, Sai Malpuri.
Yes, sir. The purple wire is not connected, and then also the bulb is lighted.
Yeah. So here we got some mistakes. So from these mistakes, as well as B, C, D in this. Actually, here in E figure, it's there join it due to reason this bulb is lightened and A figure. But B, C, D, there's some connections, their problem. Here it's not joined this wire. Here also wires not joined. And here wire is connected, but it's joined at one end of that cell. Due to that reason, it's not lightened. Actually, we have to connect this conducting wire into two ends, means first one their positive end and second one their negative end, then only bulb can lighten. Now we have to see here symbols for components of an electric circuit and their uses. Now we generally we using this cell. Okay, so we can show it symbolically by this one side positive and one side negative. Okay, like this symbols should be, you have to draw while symbols are asked, maybe question is asked like this. Okay, draw the symbols of that. Okay, and one end should be there bigger, one end is the smaller. And what is the use of this? To apply the potential difference between two ends of a conductor. Suppose now this you will see here, this is a cell and it's joined, or it's we have connected one conducting wire, it's two ends. So it's using to apply the potential difference between two points or two ends of a conductor. Then second, battery. What is the battery? Now number of cells connected in series, number of cells connected in series, you can see here connected in series means like this, after 1 second like this. So number of cells are connected in the series, then that is called a battery, and its use is there to produce larger potential difference between two ends of that conductor. Now this open tab key or plug key. Now see, this is our regular button. We can say that we are using in our electric switchboard. So when this is open, that time how we have to show like this. Okay, and this shows to stop the current, flow of current flowing in the circuit, or disconnecting two ends of the wire. This, suppose this plug is connected between two ends of the wire, and when it is open, that time it stops the flow of current and it's disconnecting these two ends. Now here close tab key. About the close tab key, you see here it's totally closed, and then it's used for to start the flow of current in that circuit by connecting two ends of wires. Now here one thing coming, students, when key is open, that time current stop, and key is closed. Key is closed, then current start. Actually, generally, when we are speaking about it, when anything is closed, that time directly off. But here about the key, it's very different. Remember this. Okay. Now next one, this is the symbol for connecting wires. This straight line is symbol for the connecting wires. And now crossing wires. If you see like this is given here, means what happened, these wires are crossing each other, but they are not connected to each other. They cross but not connected to each other. Then light bulb. There are two symbols used for light bulb. One is the symbol for the unlighted and second one the symbol for lighted. So when we are showing in the by picture, that time we can show like this is a unlighted and this is lighted. But when symbolically we have to show this, that time you can see this is unlighted and downside it is a lighted. Okay, to show the current is flowing or not. With the help of this, what we are getting from that circuit, current is flowing or not. If it's lightened, then current is flowing, and if it is unlighted, then its current is off, it's not flowing through it. Now this part we can see resistance. Okay, means resistor. This is a R. Here, this part everywhere. If you see any circuit, electrical circuit, you will get this. Even though you can open your suppose any uh, unused, which is not used, as well as So this resistor is used in it, and this resistor is used to stop or control the flow of current. What is the function of this resistor? To control the flow of current. If it's not present in it, then what will happen here? So current, how much we are providing in that circuit, it will be passed, and it's impossible to us control, and due to that reason maybe that circuit damage, it will be breakout. Okay. Now this variable resistance which is used in the laboratory, and with the help of this variable resistance we can do their experiments, and this is used while we require more or larger resistance. That time we can change, this is our, like as a key, we can take this side or we can push this side, pull or push. With the help of this variable resistance we can change the resistance as per our requirement. Okay, then next one is the ammeter. Okay, this ammeter is we can see this is a figure like this, and when we have to show by symbolically, that time we have to draw like this one circle. In it we have to write letter A, and its one end is connected to the positive end and one end is connected to the negative end. So what it is used in the circuit, it is used to measure the current flowing in the circuit. Okay, how much we required in that circuit, with the help of ammeter we can check it. Then voltmeter. So voltmeter, we know it is used to measure the potential difference between two ends or 2 points in the circuit. How much voltage required in that circuit, that we can measure with the help of voltmeter. Now here one trial is given for us: copper and aluminum wires, glass rod and rubber. So now first we have to take this from A to B. This is our connecting wire. Okay, it's we have taken copper wire, and we have to connect ammeter, here key K, and here cell. Okay, so when we start or we join them, that time what happens, that current will be flow through it. And when we change, instead of copper wire we'll put their aluminum wire, that time this current will be flow, but it will be not that much, we can pass through the copper wire. Okay, now through this we can understand, that is the conductors and insulators. Copper wire is the good conductor of electricity. Copper wire is the good conductor of electricity. Why copper wire is the good conductor of electricity? Because copper wire having the low resistance. Okay, so due to that low resistance, it can allow to flow the current through it. And aluminum having the high resistance than the copper, due to that reason aluminum is the insulator, or we can say it is a less flowing the current through it. Okay, so from this experiment we are getting two concepts, that is the one conductor and second one insulator. So conductor definition is there: those substances which have very low resistance are called conductors, and if their resistance is very low, then it can easily flow the current, it can pass the current easily. About the insulator, it having the high resistance. If high resistance is there, then current will be flow very less. So due to that reason, those substances having less resistance, they are good conductor of heat and electricity. And those substances having high resistance, that substances are insulator of current, means we can say they don't allow to pass the current through it. Then third one, that material it's not mentioned in our syllabus, that is the semiconductor. First one is their conductor, second one is their insulator, and third one semiconductor. So according to the situation, it can change its behavior. Means if it act as the insulator, it can work act as the insulator, means it will not pass the current. Suppose we can take the one example of wood. Okay, any one wooden rod we can take there. So what if it is there dry, then it will not allow to pass the current through it. But when it is a wet, that time it can pass the current through it. Okay, this is the one good example of semiconductor. Understood, student? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. So now here one question is given for you: why are some substances conductors while others are insulator? Who will tell me answer? Raise your hands. Yes, Samruddhi Simpi.
Yes, sir. The substance that contains free charges, or normally electrons, is a conductor, and the substance that does not contain free charges is an insulator.
Very good. Trupti Goswami.
Yes, sir.
Same question for you. Why are some substances conductors while others are insulators?
Um,
Dheeraj was also raising hand, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dheeraj was there. Huh.
Ishita Vavdhani, Ishita.
Yes, sir. Some substances are conductors while others are insulators because of the low resistance and high resistance.
Very good. So second, why can our body conduct electricity? Yes, Shreya Vagule.
our body conduct electricity because in our body there are nearly free negative, free positive and negative charges.
Very good. Dheeraj Mate. Dheeraj.
As we all know that our body contains some positive and negative charges, so our body can produce electricity.
So our body can pass the electricity. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
that positive and negative charges are present in our body. Okay. So when suppose by mistake we touch to any one electrical circuit which is the open, maybe current can pass through our body and we can die. Okay. So now we have to see experimental proof of Ohm's law. Already we have seen Ohm's law. So who will tell me about the Ohm's law? Definition of Ohm's law, who will tell? Yesterday only we have seen it. Rajveer.
Yes, sir.
Tell.
Yes, sir, may I come in?
Yes, sir.
May I come in?
Yes, sir. Good morning,
I
sir.
just want to, good morning, good morning. I just want to
morning.
wish good morning to all students. And Ohm's law, you said you explained it yesterday.
Yes.
And not a single person, boy or girl, is able to remember or raise hand or answer. So if, this situation, students are not sincerely studying.
Yes.
They are not reading, they are not revising. If it is taught by Ranjit sir, Ohm's law, if I explained yesterday, you should have revised it yesterday itself before coming today for today's class. And if what is taught yesterday you are not able to remember today, then how are you going to remember it at the time of examination? At the time of examination, then you are just going to rote learning, do rote learning. And rote learning is not going to help you in long term. If you have understood the concept of Ohm's law nicely, you will remember it and revise it and understand it. And once you have understood it, you will remember it for a longer time. So students, I'll appeal to all students: be careful, be alert, be attentive in the class, understand the topic clearly, make your concept clear, and revise every day. If you don't revise, you are likely to forget. And if you forget at the time of examination, then it is just going to be memorizing, and you cannot recall everything from your memory. You have to understand it. Students understood? All of you have to understand the topic clearly and revise at home. Remember what is taught yesterday. If you are forgetting today, that is not a good sign. You are not studying nicely. Okay, sir, continue.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So we have seen yesterday Ohm's law. So what is the Ohm law? We have seen like in the formula of V is equal to IR. What it means? So potential difference crossing into that conducting wire is equal to the product of current and resistance. Or we have arranged like this formula, R is equal to V upon I. Means we can measure the resistance through that circuit with the help of this voltage, how much voltage, potential difference passing through it, and we are taking it I as the denominator to it. Okay, so this is the our yesterday's Ohm's laws. We have seen the statement, and here in this figure we have to check same thing, experimental proof of the Ohm's law. So what we have to do? We have to take here 4 different cells. That is a V1, V2, V3, V4. Here you can see. So this is these 4 different cells are there. Okay, here voltage potential difference applied in it, and here resistance is applied. A is the ammeter for measuring the current, and this K is the key to on or off the circuit. So when we'll check through this first potential difference, how much resistance and how much current is passing through it, that we will check for second, for B, their potential difference, for C, for D. We'll get everywhere same. We'll get here everywhere same in this circuit because their resistance is same in this circuit. What is it? Resistance is same, and how much current we are passing through it, that is also same. So this experiment will perform in our science laboratory when school reopen. Don't worry about it. I will take it. Okay. Now we'll check some sort of examples on this Ohm's law and resistivity. So first example, the resistance of the filament in a light bulb is 1000 ohm. If the bulb is fed by current from a source of a potential difference 230 volt, how much current will flow through it? Once again, I will read this problem through that what is given in problem we can understand easily. The resistance of the filament in light bulb is 1000 ohm. See there. And what is resistance? Means we have got here value of R is equal to 1000 ohm. If the bulb is fed by a current, from a source of potential difference 230 volt. So here current is given fed by it. So current means we know it's denoted by letter I. Okay. And potential difference given between it is means V, that is 230 volt. And what is asked here in question, how much current will flow through it? Okay, so I will show here on whiteboard this problem. We have to find current. Is question mark. V is given 230 volt and resistance is given 1000 ohm. Okay, so what is our formula? Will tell me now? Yes, Yashraj?
Ishita.
You can tell.
Yes, sir. Formula is I is equal to V upon
I is equal to V upon I. Okay, but actually our formula is like this, V upon R is there. Okay, So our formula is there. We are writing R is equal to VI. Okay. So now here put the value. Voltage is given 230 volt and R's value is given 1000 ohm. Now we have to divide this. Divide this 0, 0 can cancel, and then 23 divided by 100. So we'll get the answer in decimal point. Will tell me answer now. What will be the answer here?
0.23.
Very good. What is it? 0.23.
23.
And what is the unit for current?
A.
A means ampere. Understood, student, this problem? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any problem in this problem?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
We'll
No,
see
sir.
second. Okay. So what is the second problem? The length of a conducting wire is 50 centimeter and its radius is 0.5 millimeter. Length of conducting wire is here given the L. Okay, it is a 50 centimeter. Then its radius means R is given. What is the R? 0.5 meter because it's given in the centimeter. Sorry, 0.5 millimeter is given here, and if its resistance is 30 ohm, what is given R? Resistance is the 30 ohm. What is the resistivity of its material? We have to find here resistivity of this material. So what is the formula for it? For resistivity? Rho is equal to RA upon L. Rho, this is a rho is equal to RA upon L, and the conducting wire is there, so we are getting the area of that wire like as a circle is pi r square. What is it? Pi r square. Sir,
Rajveer Kadam, mute yourself.
mute yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Instead of A, we are going to put this value pi r square. So we'll get the rho is equal to R into pi r square upon L. So I will take here this example on whiteboard. When rho is equal to R into pi r square upon L. So what is the resistance given there? 30 ohm. What is the pi's value? Do you know pi's value? 22.
22.
22 upon 7.
What is the R's value given there? 0.5 millimeter is given. Okay, so this 0.5 millimeter we can convert into the meter. We'll get 0.5 into 10 raised to, sorry, 5 into what we'll get here? This millimeter we have to convert into the meter. How we can convert? Will tell me. Anybody knows about it? How to convert? If centimeter is given there, then we are converting into the meter 10 raised to 2. Okay. When we have to convert into the meter, that time we are writing here 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Suppose here given 50 centimeter. We convert it to the 10 raised to minus 2 like this. Suppose 50 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Now here we have to put it into the millimeter. So we get 5 into 10 to minus.
Darshan, mute yourself, please.
Directly you can write here 0.5 its square like this and then divide by L. What is the length is given there? In the problem, can you tell me what is the length? See here once again this problem. Here you will get a length. Length is given 50 centimeters, so we can convert into the meter. We will get 50 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, and radius is given 0.5, that we can convert into the meter, that is the minus 3. So same thing we have to do here. So 0.5 square upon L 50. If you are unable to do this conversion, you can do directly this multiplication. Now you have to solve this. 30 into 22. 0.5 square, what will be the square? Will tell me. And this here 50 into 7 will be there. What is the square of 0.5?
2.5.
2.5. Is it correct?
0.25.
Okay. So 0.5 into 0.5, I will do front of you. See here 0.5 into 0.5. What will you get? 5 5s are 25. So here we'll get after decimal point 2 digits are there. So we'll get here 0.25. And then multiply this 0.25 by the 22 and 30 and then divide by 8. Okay. So what will be the answer? Will tell me now this multiplication and division. Anybody can do it. Everybody have to solve this. On your notebook, you can solve it. Are you solving it? So 30 into 22, what will get? 660. What is it? 660. Because 22, 3 is 66. This 0 we can write as it is. And then we have got here 0.25. Then divide by this 50 into 7.
350.
Okay, 350. Okay, so here we can divide this 350 by this 360 into 0.25. You can multiply here like this 660 into 0.25. So 5 zeros are 0. Then directly you can take 25 table if you know it. 25 6 are 150. Or you can go your regular way. 5 6 are 30. Here 3 carry. Then 5 6 are 30 plus 3 33. Okay. Then our regular way we are giving a 0 and 2 zeros are 0. 2 6 are 12. 1 carry. 2 6 are 12 plus 1 13. Now add this. What will be the answer? Will tell now this addition.
$165.
What is it?
165.
165.
0, this 0, 5,
6.
okay, 16,500. And then divide by this 350. We have to divide by 350. $16,500 divided by 350. If you know the table, you can do it directly. We don't 35 or 350. Okay, so 350, 1 the 350, 352 is 700, 353 is 1,500. Sorry, 1,050 and 350 into 4 will get there 1,400. 1,400 like this. So you can do its multiplication. Now subtract this, what will get here? 250. Okay. Now it's possible to divide it? No. Then we have to take this 0. and then multiply. Now 350 table you have to make it. You'll get your answer. So what will be the answer? Will tell me.
Sir, can I?
Yes, you can.
Sir, 47.1428.
47.128.
142871.
You can write answer 47.1 into 10 to the minus 6 ohm meter. Okay. So did you got it this problem or any problem in this? Any difficulty? Any difficulty in it? If anybody is having it immediately, I will take it again. Okay. So students, we'll wind up here our today's session. Already I extended by 10 minutes. So next week I will take remaining part. Okay. Thank you, students. Thank you, sir.
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 sir.